uproar over a healthcare ad.
And we keep you up to date on the Canadian elections.
Elliott will have all the sports from this past weekend.
I'll be telling you all about Cyclones football, soccer, volleyball, and more in sports.
Plus, we have much cooler temps on the way. We'll have all your details coming up. Stay tuned. Newswatch 18 starts right now.
Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch. I'm Dakota Carthen.
And I'm Brianna Campbell. Thanks for joining us.
Many Canadians are celebrating the results of their most recent general election. They ousted the long-term Prime Minister Stephen Harper of the Conservative Party, who has served as Prime Minister for nearly 10 years. Canadians voted the Liberal candidate Justin Trudeau into office as Prime Minister on October 20th, 2015. Harper, conceding defeat, will resign as leader of the Conservative Party, but will still serve in the Canadian Parliament. Candidates from the Liberal Party have won 184 seats, more than 170 required to form a majority government. This might be the beginning of what many are calling the Liberal era in Canada.
A home health company is facing scrutiny and investigation after an offensive ad run last week in the New York Penny Saver. Interim Healthcare Incorporated ran the ad, advertising for a home health nurse. The ad listed requirements including laid-back nurse, no Haitians. Interim offered a public apology, calling the ad totally unacceptable and offensive. The New York State Department of Labor and the Federal Equal Opportunity Employment Commission are currently conducting investigations.
A 44-year-old woman is now in custody after traveling with a 24-year-old Brazilian passenger who died suddenly on an airline Sunday. She was taken into custody after they found 5 pounds of amphetamine powder in her suitcase. The Brazilian passenger traveling with her on the Irish airline passed away after acting up and even biting a fellow passenger. The flight made a sudden landing in the Irish city of Cork, where paramedics pronounced the Brazilian man dead on arrival. According to fellow passengers, he had bitten a man sitting near him and made a scene. Crew members handcuffed him before he lost consciousness. A doctor and nurse on board tried to revive him, but he failed to do so. The post-mortem exam is being conducted to determine if the man had any substances in his system to cause his death or the scene on the plane.
Hashim Saeed Pugh, son of Kevin Pugh, star on the A&E show Storage Wars Miami, faces premeditated murder charges after shooting and killing a family friend. A spokesperson says a viewing party at Pugh's home of the popular A&E show turned unexpectedly violent when Hashim, unprovoked, shot family friend Janelle Hamilton. Hashim is now being held in the Broward County Main Jail, awaiting trial.
Police are still investigating the shooting incident that occurred Saturday at the ZombieCon Festival in Fort Myers, Florida. An unknown shooter killed 1 person and left 5 injured. It's the 9th year for the annual event, and it was expected to draw more than 20,000 people. The shots began at 11:45 p.m., sending its guests running in terror. Police are searching for the gunman with high hopes to find him. Due to the number of people at the event, this leaves many witnesses to the crime. Anyone with information or video footage of the shooting is asked to come forward with information and call the Fort Myers Police Department.
If you're looking to rent an apartment anytime soon, be prepared to pay a pretty penny. Apartment rent all across the country has been on the rise since 2011, growing 5.2% this September alone. Axiometrics, an apartment research firm, says this is the highest sustained growth they have seen. Permits for new construction are being denied, and since most of the growth is in urban areas, those who need affordable rent housing in suburban and rural areas are suffering from the rise.
Apple TV is on its way to people by the end of next week, according to CEO Tim Cook during his announcement at the Wall Street Journal Tech Conference in Laguna Beach, California on Monday. Cook says watching TV is like living in another decade when you're not on your iPhone or iPad. This new Apple TV, worth $149, will make TV a lot easier and less time-consuming to purchase access to cable channels like HBO. With many new updates on features, remotes, and apps on Apple TV, Cook also believes that this new technology will become an important part of the automobile industry. He wants people, hopefully in a short time, as they enter the car, to have a phone experience in the car as well.
Iowa State food safety teams have taken steps to aid producers in Iowa and across the Midwest in upholding new federal produce regulations by setting up training programs that follow the new FDA mandates in order to educate producers on safe and healthy food supply. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimate that 1 in 6 Americans get sick from foodborne illnesses every year. According to some of the staff working with these programs, the main goal is to ensure the safety of the food on its journey from the field to the consumer's plate. Another way to promote awareness for hunger has taken form of a van outside the MU. Jared Calvert investigates.
For the past 2 days, students walking past the west side of the MU have seen this trailer parked along the street. Accessorized with flat-screen monitors and a prize wheel, the purpose of the trailer and the people that came with it is bringing awareness. The Hunger U Tour is an initiative of the Farm Journal Foundation and works towards informing college students about the issue of hunger in the world today. Fiona Coleman is part of the current Hunger U crew and had an opportunity to share more about the purpose of the tour.
The goal is to increase awareness, get students more involved, and encourage them to do forward action against these problems, and also to educate them about the role that modern agriculture plays in solving these problems.
Food insecurity means not having access to safe and nutritious food, a problem that is present even in the United States.
The current hunger problem, it's about 1 in 7 in the world are food insecure, and it's even more shocking in the States, it's 1 in 6.
Hunger U crew members even gave students an early chance to make a difference.
We have our challenge quiz, which is 5 questions. It takes about 2 minutes, and for every 1 quiz taken, we donate a meal to someone in need.
While students have an opportunity to talk about world hunger, they also have an opportunity to have some fun and win some prizes.
So we have prizes, we have frisbees, we have sunglasses, and we have a game of cornhole going on, all sorts of fun stuff.
The next stop for the Hunger U Tour is Michigan State University later this week. From the Memorial Union, Jared Calvert, ISU TV.
A 17-year-old boy from Davenport West High School is getting some major recognition. Tyler Gertz and his service dog Hugo run cross-country races together here in Iowa. Tyler was born with a brain injury, needing 15 surgeries, and is autistic. This year, Tyler is running with his friend Hugo in races, who helps keep him calm and focused. Hugo is the second service dog nationwide to help someone compete in high school sports. Thanks to Hugo, Tyler has yet to quit a race and has given hope to many people here in Iowa.
The City of Ames announced the 4 Saturdays this fall residents will be able to dispose of their leaves for free. On October 24th, November 7th, November 21st, and December 5th, residents of Ames will be able to take their lawn debris to Chamness Technology, located at 26107 530th Avenue, at no cost to them. Hours for disposal are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For any questions on Chamness Technology's waste disposal protocol, call the Yard Waste site at 515-450-0450. Now we're joined by Ben at the desk. How did the Cyclone sports weekend end up, Ben?
It was a busy weekend, Brianna. I'll have the latest when we come back from the break. Stay tuned. You're watching Newswatch. Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Ben Elliott with your Cyclone Sports Report. The Cyclone football team fell to number 3 TCU, losing the game 45-21 this past weekend. The Cyclones started the game strong, outscoring TCU 21-14 in the first quarter. The Cyclones were unable to hold on to the lead, with TCU scoring 31 answered points on the Cyclones. The highlight of the game for Cyclone fans was a great play from backup quarterback Joel Lanning, who tossed a 74-yard touchdown to Alan Lazard in the first quarter. The loss puts the Cyclones at 2-4 on the year, with a 1-2 record in the Big 12 Conference. The Cyclones will be in action this Saturday in Waco, Texas, where they will take on the number 2 ranked Baylor Bears. Iowa State soccer team is still without a Big 12 win this year, with only 1 game remaining on the schedule. The Cyclones traveled to West Virginia this past Sunday, where they lost to the number 3 ranked Mountaineers 4-0. Following the loss, head coach Tony Minotta is looking towards the future, saying, "There were times that we put some really nice things together and showed that we have some quality, but at the end of the day, you have to sustain that and be consistent with that for 90 minutes. We just saw a clear demonstration of what it is to play at this level, and if we aspire to be there, we know what we have to do to get there." The Cyclones will finish their regular season in Ames this Friday when they take on the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. The Iowa State volleyball team will return to Hilton tomorrow night. where they will take on West Virginia. The Cyclones, fresh off a 4-set win against TCU, will look to continue their winning ways. Iowa State will look to freshman Jess Shaven, who was named Big 12 Rookie of the Week last week, to continue to be a strong defensive leader for the team. According to Cyclones.com, Shaven is averaging 3.23 kills per set, which is 6th in the Big 12. Iowa State is currently sitting 3rd in the Big 12 with a 4-2 conference record. West Virginia is last in the Big 12 and still searching for their first conference win. The Iowa State cross-country team finished their regular season this past weekend, running in the Wisconsin Adidas Invitational in Madison, Wisconsin. The number 26 ranked Cyclones men's team finished 28th out of 36 in team scores. According to Cyclones.com, the Cyclones were one of 27 teams participating who were either ranked or receiving votes in the national polls. Iowa State junior Christian Delago finished 104th overall, running a time of 24 minutes and 28 seconds. The Cyclones were without 2014 National Championship qualifier sophomore Dan Kurtz, who set out this past weekend. The Big 12 Men's Cross Country Championship will take place on October 31st in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And Hilton Madness took place this past Friday, marking the unofficial kickoff to basketball season. Around 9,236 Cyclone fans attended the highly anticipated event, which included a dunk contest, a three-point shootout, and a Hall of Fame induction ceremony for Cyclones of the past. Former Cyclone basketball stars Marcus Fizer and Stacey Freeze were inducted into the Iowa State Hall of Fame before the competitions began. Deontay Burton won the highly anticipated dunk contest after slamming home a dunk while wearing Timberland boots. Hollis Cook won the men's three-point shootout, with Jada Buckley winning the women's contest respectively. Cook then narrowly defeated Buckley 17-16 in the final. Both the men's and women's teams will officially begin their seasons in early November. And that's all I have for sports. Brandon, did I hear about some weather coming our way?
Yeah, we actually had some rain today that's pushed off to the east. Have your full forecast coming up after the break. Well, welcome back, everybody. We had very unseasonable-like weather today. Temperatures in the 70s. Now, average for this time of year is right around 61, so we were a little unseasonable, and that's going to stick around for the next few days. Unseasonably warm. We'll have a nice chance of rain on Friday, and that chance will kind of lower our temperatures thereafter. So we're going to get back into the swing of things here. Right now, outside of our studio, 59 degrees. We've got those clear skies out there and kind of breezy conditions at 13 miles per hour. Current temps around the state right now are ranging from 70 out west, 70 in Council Bluffs, and kind of just drops off 59 here in Ames, and then 59 in Ottumwa and 59 in Davenport. Those winds from the south today really warmed us up to those temperatures. We had those south winds bringing up those warm conditions, and we're still hanging on to those southeast winds right now, ranging from 12 miles per hour, right around that range right now. Now, that rain that I talked about earlier has now moved off to the east. We actually had some thunderstorms. You'll notice these darker shades of red here. That was actually some thunder possibly, and now that has moved off over by Davenport, and we're left with nice clear conditions over most of the state. But you'll notice we have a kind of unsettled weather pattern out ahead of us, and that'll bring us our next shot of rain coming in for Friday. But as we move on to tomorrow morning, we'll hang on to those clear skies for the northern part of the state. Those clouds do begin to move in Thursday morning, and then you see thunderstorm chances for Lincoln, Nebraska, and then that'll move our way for Friday, giving us some shot of rain and possibly thunderstorms. Now, our lows tonight are going to be in the mid-50s, 57 here in Marshalltown, 60 in Des Moines, and 56 over in Sioux City. Highs tomorrow, we'll see a cold front kind of swing through the state, so you'll notice colder temperatures, 68 for the high in Sioux City tomorrow. And then as we move down to the southeast, 76 for the high in Ottumwa and 76 in Davenport. Here in Ames tonight, we'll be getting down to 56 degrees with partly cloudy skies. It'll still be quite mild out there with the south wind at 7 to 9 miles an hour. And then tomorrow we'll make it up to 70 degrees. That's still much above average. That south wind will shift to the northwest 9 to 11 miles an hour as that front begins to make its way through. And now to bring it all together, Thursday doesn't look too bad. 64 degrees. We'll see partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy skies. That rain will begin to move its way in on Friday with a 40% chance of rain. 63 degrees. And then you'll notice our temperatures just begin to drop off. 59 for Sunday, 59 going into Monday, and then a high of 49 degrees on Tuesday. We'll have more after the break coming up in just a few minutes.
The hit TV show The Voice seems to be causing relationship problems for some of our favorite celebrities. After the shocking split of Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert earlier this year, many are wondering if the hit show had a bigger effect on the relationship than stated. Rumors have recently surfaced about fellow co-host Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton getting together. Gwen split from her husband Gavin Rossdale of 13 years a short time ago. When asked about the rumors, Stefani laughed and denied any romantic connections between the two. Blake Shelton also denied rumors, claiming that he hasn't moved on after Lambert. While relationship statuses may be unknown, one thing's for sure, The Voice is not good for romance.
Netflix has brought back Arrested Development and Full House. Now it's bringing back Gilmore Girls. The TV show about a single mother and her daughter living in a small town ended in 2007 after 7 successful seasons. The revival will not be a series of episodes, but of 4 90-minute movies. There has been rumors of a comeback for years, even when the series creator said this summer that there was nothing in the works.
After a year full of surprises, including a run for presidency and an appearance on American Idol auditions this year, Kanye West releases his 2 new remixes called Say You Will and When I See It on his newly created SoundCloud page. West says Say You Will is a remix of the song Tell Your Friends he co-produced for The Weeknd earlier this year. And the second track, When I See It, remixes one of his popular tracks from his hits off his 2008 album, 808s and Heartbreak. He is now preparing for the release of his new upcoming album, Swish, but it is not confirmed that these 2 released tracks will be on the featured album.
Fallout 4, the latest entry in the post-apocalyptic video game series, is one of the most anticipated games of the year. To add to the hype, the game developer, Bethesda, has rolled out sales on items on their online store. Most items in the store will be 20% off. They will roll out Fallout 4 items including a bag, watch, and t-shirt. Bethesda will also release a Fallout Xbox One controller. There are only 5,000 of the controller available, so if you want one, get it now.
Get excited, Star Wars fans! Tickets went on sale last night for the new film, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. The poster for the movie and the trailer was released, getting everyone more excited for the upcoming film. The Science Center of Iowa's IMAX Theater is one of a limited amount of IMAX theaters across the nation to show this Star Wars movie. Yes, you heard right. In our very own Des Moines, Iowa, you can see the Star Wars film on IMAX. The film opens on December 18th, with fans eagerly awaiting that day.
Anyone who has watched the Pokemon series has always wanted to hug the adorable electric mouse Pikachu. In 2016, you'll get your chance. The Pokemon Company has partnered with Build-A-Bear Workshop for people to make their own plush Pikachu. This is part of an initiative to expand the Pokemon brand, which includes a game for mobile phones. People who don't have a workshop near them can order a pre-stuffed Pikachu online. Now you can wait with the rest of the Pokemon so we can hug them all.
And that's all we have for you tonight's edition of Newswatch.
Join us on Wednesday for more news, weather, and sports.
Until next time, have a wonderful night, Ames.